Everybody's got an opinion. Every Californian and Virginian. It's so hard to tell who to trust and who to ignore. Someone's gotta settle the score. Trey and Chelsey will help you choose whose views win, which ones lose. Online haters are coming for you. Baby, it's time to review the review.
Hello.
Well, hello and welcome to Review That Review. We are the podcast that is dedicated to reviewing
Reviews.
That's Chelsey Donn.
And that's Trey Gerrald.
And together we are
The Review Queens.
Here at Review That Review, we believe in balance, the good, the bad, and the kvetchy. So it's only fair that we take a moment to kvetch it out. Would you like to?
Lodge a complaint.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity.
Yes,
Today,
of course.
I want to lodge a complaint. Environmentally, if you're on a very busy bus, if you're on a very busy subway, if you are flying on an airplane and you're the first to be seated and no one else has arrived at your row, if you're sitting on a bench, I want to lodge a complaint against the entitlement of putting your bag in the seat next to you. Acting like your bag deserves the seat more than a human being. This happens all the time in the New York City subways where people will, I understand, no one wants to put their stuff on the floor, so put it on your lap. Don't take up a seat for your bag. It drives me crazy because it says so much about who you are. Because you have no awareness of all of the people standing around, the older people, the pregnant ladies, people that have a cast and they need to sit down. If you are going to take up the space for your JanSport book bag, go f yourself. Have a little perspective. It drives me crazy on airplanes too, because odds are someone's sitting in the seat next to you, especially if they're like now charging for the rollerboards. But you know that you won't know if that seat beside you is free until we're actually like in the air. So why are you just putting your sweater and your bag in the seat in the middle seat? What is wrong with you? You know someone is going to come and then you're going to have to move it. And it drives me crazy when they don't begin to move it. You have to be like, excuse me, are you out of your mind? Everyone, have a little perspective about everyone else that's occupying the world with you. Like, we all want to sit down, and humans that paid for the fare have the right to sit over your multiple bags. That's my complaint. I have to add it to the ledger. God, it drives me crazy.
Good one. I'm adding that to the ledger for sure. I totally hear you. I've definitely been guilty of this, I think, on like Southwest, because you don't want anyone to sit next to you. So I kind of will like turn my back towards the aisle, just like make believe I'm looking for something in my bag.
I've never flown Southwest.
Southwest, you like
Don't get
board
seat.
in zones and you don't have like an assigned seat.
I could.
But obviously at the end of the day, Trey, if like somebody really needed the seat, of course they're going to sit there. But I'm not going to lie and pretend like I've never tried to discourage someone from sitting next to me.
Well, of course. Wait, but the idea of flying Southwest, that makes me so anxious. Because everyone is putting stuff.
I know. And now you can like pay for early bird, but then it's like everybody's paying for early bird. So it's a free for all.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Yeah. I don't usually fly
Nightmare
Southwest,
for me.
but people love it. Okay. Well, now that we've fetched it out, Trey, should we go head to head?
Yes, but before we do, if you are loving the show, can you just do us a quick solid? Hit the like button below, leave a little comment, tell us something that made you laugh. The product we're going to be reviewing today, tell us if you've ever used it, any similar products. Hit subscribe. It's simple, it's free, it's quick, and it means a lot to us.
Yes, please. We love hearing from you. So please just leave us a comment. Maybe we'll read it on the show. Who knows? Possibilities are endless.
Endless. All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Review that review.
Today is another Versus episode, which means Chelsey and I are going to be covering both a 1-star and a 5-star for the same topic.
That's right. And for this Versus episode, Trey has selected the 1-star and I have selected the 5-star. So the only way that we could possibly determine who will read first is if we flip that quarter. And I think it's my turn to guess. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to go with heads.
It's tails.
All right, Trey. So you're going to go first. Today, we are sleuthing through the review section of viral TikTok tooth whitening powder, PurelyWHITE Deluxe on Amazon. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's been all over the place. At the time of this recording, there are 1,078 reviews on Amazon with an overall of 3.6. Not amazing. Amazon notes that 20,000 plus bought this in the past month. So when you think about that, the ratio of buyers to reviews, kind of low, right?
Yeah.
20,000 in a month. According to PurelyWHITEDeluxe.com, I'm not leading the witness by saying that, by the way, I'm just pointing it out. According to PurelyWHITEDeluxe.com, our teeth whitening powder is the first of its kind, featuring PAP+, a peroxide-free whitening formula designed to remove stains without causing sensitivity or damaging enamel. Developed by dentists, it delivers safe, effective results while supporting your overall oral health. And you know how you use it is you just wet your toothbrush, you dip it in the powder with or without your toothpaste, and you just brush gently for 1 to 2 minutes as usual, rinse thoroughly, and apparently you're supposed to enjoy a brighter, fresher smile. But we'll see how true that is. And they tell you why you'll love it. They say that it's peroxide free. It's not sensitive. It's going to give you fresh breath. It's going to remove stains. It's going to support your oral health, all the things that I just mentioned. So they're really making a lot of claims here. So I think we'll be the judge of that. And so with all the background in mind, Trey, should we jump in and hear this 1-star review?
Let's do it.
Review that review.
All right. So yes, I have this 1-star review written by Alyssa.
Okay.
On Amazon. This was purchased in October of 2024. So not really recent at all. And verified purchase. The
Sure.
subject,
Not long ago, but
yeah.
I still think it's relevant.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay. The subject is save yourself.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And here we go, Alyssa.
Yeah.
I was influenced by TikTok to buy this and start using. I used it for a few weeks and did not notice any difference in the whiteness of my teeth, but I held out hope anyways. Then, a few days ago, my tooth broke out of nowhere. It has since had chips come off of it, one by one. And I am now facing serious dental work to get it fixed. I have also noticed pain in my molars as well. One could say there is no way to prove this product is causing all of this, but this product is the only new thing I have introduced to my oral hygiene routine in years. I have never had any issues with my teeth at all. I can't prove that this product has caused any of this, but I can only assume and warn people, as I wish I could go back and tell myself not to purchase this.
Yikes.
51 people have found this helpful.
That's scary. All right. So first off the bat, most of you, if you're watching this show, you already know this fact about me, but my dad is a dentist. And so I know a little bit about tooth whitening. And I will say that these products, they are sort of used at your own risk. My dad does teeth whitening in his office. And there are some people that are candidates and some people that are not.
What?
He'll look at the individual patient, look at their teeth, check their enamel, look at their sensitivity, various things, and he will deny people if he doesn't think that they're an appropriate candidate to receive this treatment. And I've always known that about my dad and his office. So because of that, I'm weary of a lot of these products because everybody's mouth is different. Everybody's anatomy is different. Their teeth are different. And people are going to react differently. Some people have very sensitive teeth. Obviously, Alyssa has very sensitive teeth. I don't know if there were warning signs leading up to this for Alyssa with maybe I used Crest White strips once and I accidentally pushed the gel into my gums and seared my gums. It was horrible. I never used it again. So I don't know if there was a warning for Alyssa or if this just happened. Either way, horrifying.
Yeah. So I have experimented with Crest White strips as well. And I once had my dentist do the molds and the tubes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about the Crest White strips is they just always burn. They just hurt.
Yeah. And it's like the Nair. If it starts to burn, get that shit off.
Well, that's right. And that's what's interesting is that Alyssa points out after the physical decaying of the tooth has become prevalent, then they start mentioning there's pain in the molars, which I think is such a weird thing because I feel like this is powder that you put in your brush. So it's going everywhere. So that's different than my experience of strips where it's on the front.
Right.
But I'm curious because Alyssa points out that they used it for a few weeks.
Right.
But
That's
they don't say anything about pain. It seems
they're not exactly. I want to know what was the sensation when you used it. And at what point did you stop? And did you stop using it? And then these things happened? Where are we in the timeline? I'm missing a little bit of the timeline, I think.
Yeah, I would assume, but I wish that Alyssa would clarify that because they say they tried it for a few weeks and they didn't notice anything, which makes me think if there were negative side effects, they would have mentioned it. But I want to know what came first, the pain and then the chipping and the tooth broke off, or the tooth broke off and then it's you're freaking out about your mouth and then you're wait, my molars are that's very curious to me. And to your point, not knowing any of that about some people not being a proper candidate, it makes me wonder, I think what's valuable is that Alyssa says twice in this 7-sentence review, I can't prove it, but I just need you to know.
Right.
They pointed out twice, which I think is very truthful. They're skirting any sort of shadiness. True. I think it's an appropriate way of being don't sue me. Also
right.
I can't prove it, but
the evidence is pointing towards this is the only thing that's changed.
That which I think is so interesting, the oral hygiene in years. Which I have a question. Are you brand loyal to certain kinds of toothpaste?
I'll be honest, I have been experimenting with the tooth whitening. I think my teeth are getting a little bit whiter. Thank you. So usually, yes, I was brand loyal. I always like to use the Crest that's in a, not in a tube. It's in a stand-up thing that's easier to squeeze.
Okay.
It's I think it's technically 2-in-1 mouthwash and toothpaste. But lately I've switched to a more whitening toothpaste because I wanted to get more whitening smile. So
what brand?
what is it called? It begins with an M. It's old-timey Merlin's or I'm so bad.
But it's not Crest.
Not Crest. It's it's a different Martin's, Merlin's. I don't know. I should know this.
I'm very curious. Everyone watching, will you leave a comment about what toothpaste you use?
Yeah.
The brand specifically, because I feel like when I was a kid, we had Colgate because it was like, it had the little like crystals on the inside.
Yes.
And then there was also like the 3 colors, which,
oh yeah.
like, what was but for some reason in my adulthood, I'm very particular about Crest, which
Interesting.
I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. My husband only uses Sensodyne. So like we don't even share toothpaste. But like,
yeah, people are like very specific about their toothpaste. I think the reason why I'm actually not as picky is because growing up, we used to use the samples because of my dad. So it was like whatever came to the office, he would just bring home a box of samples and we would just like taste it out. And sometimes it'd be like we had like cinnamon and it was like, ugh, this is horrible. Like we need new toothpaste, Dad. Like I'm not going to have the cinnamon anymore. So I don't think I'm as picky.
I also like to get like Arm & Hammer because I feel like something about the baking soda like makes me think it's going to be whatever. But
that might come up later.
Oh, really?
We'll see.
But there was a brand of toothpaste that I loved. And now I'm completely blanking since we're recording, of course. But I found out somehow that it wasn't ADA approved. So then I like remember looking at the tube and being like, oh my God, this is not ADA approved. And I had been using it for years. What brand was it? Anyway, now I'm just sort of, I stick to the like purpley crest. It's like, why did I do that? The purpley, I'm looking at the tube. The purpley
I know what you're talking
crest,
about. The purpley tube.
Vivid White or whatever.
Yes, Vivid White. I know that.
Yeah.
I know it. Do you remember that scene in Home Alone where he's like, is this toothbrush approved by the American Dental Association?
No, I don't remember.
Oh my God. You don't remember that part? He goes to the counter and she's like, I don't know. Let me find out. And then she goes to the back and then the burglars come in and Kevin runs away and she thinks he's stealing the toothbrush. She's like, follow that boy. And then he's like, no.
Is this toothbrush approved by the American Dental Association?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in a very long time.
Okay. Anyway, so going on what I've said, I gave a little bit of extra information here. Do we think that this is common? I mean, there is what is it, 3.6 overall?
Yeah, it's not a very high. See, that's another thing too. All of these viral trends, like, I think because of my age, I'm just a little more skeptical. I feel like I don't consume a lot of media from TikTok. Shame on me. But like these virally things,
for you,
I'm just sort of like, I don't know. I value like long-standing research rather than like popping off.
Clearly.
Well, hello. So I don't know. I feel like it's intriguing to me because it's making wild accusations that kind of like they back up like this is the only anomaly that's changed, but I can't say for certain. Something about that feels really genuine to me. And the fact that 51 people have liked it or have found it helpful, it kind of makes me, I don't know.
I'm sure that people did not buy after reading this review.
I mean I feel like I would
to impact, but
the question is it common? I don't know. I mean, I was scouring the 1 stars and there are a lot of people that are just like, it doesn't work.
Right.
I didn't see much about like tooth decay or like teeth breaking.
Right.
But that is a fear of like any of these whitening products is it's going to like strip enamel and it's bad for your teeth. And like you eat an apple the wrong way, maybe it falls out. But like, is that big? I don't know. Also, like, what is the likelihood that you could rub something on your teeth realistically twice a day? I don't know anyone that really brushes their teeth 3 times a day for a few weeks and then your tooth breaks. Like, is that real? I don't know. I feel like teeth are sturdy. I want to know how old Alyssa is. Does Alyssa have, like pre-geriatric teeth? Or is Alyssa a 20-year-old on TikTok? I mean,
Alyssa sounds young. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know anyone with what's your grandma's name? Alyssa?
Yeah, good point. And they say they saw it on TikTok. So
yeah. So, but I mean, grannies could be on TikTok, but I don't know many Alyssa grandmas. Were we humored? I mean, I would personally say that I was more entertained than humored. I mean, entertained and like I'm horrified. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like it's emotionally evoking, but not like funny. But I think that is equal in this category.
Agree. And then we've kind of already touched on the impact. I'm not adding to cart after reading Alyssa's review, which that's
I don't know.
pretty impactful.
It gives me pause. I'm curious to hear the flip side for sure.
Yes.
Well,
all right.
Should we crown?
I think we should. But wait, before we crown, it's game time. All right, listeners, I've created a custom game just for you and you, Trey, and it is called Bright or Bite. Is it a bright idea, or is it going to come to bite you in the tush like it bit Alyssa? All right, are you ready to go? I'm going to present 4 trending teeth whitening habits, and you're going to tell me if it's bright, a good idea, or bite. And listeners, if you're home, just shout out your answers and we're going to see who comes out with the brightest smile at the end. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Your first question. Using purple toothpaste to cancel out yellow tones will make teeth appear whiter. Is this bright or bite?
I'm going to say it's bright. I don't know how that would hurt you.
You're right. It is bright because, just like purple shampoo, there's something in it that pulls out that yellow and therefore makes your teeth look whiter. Very good. Question number 2. Rubbing strawberries on your teeth will naturally whiten them.
This is so weird. I'm just going to say bright. Oh, man.
It's okay. So this is actually bite. Do not do this if someone has told you to do this. The acid from the strawberries will eventually damage your enamel. So don't be rubbing those fruits on your teeth. All right. Third question. Drinking coffee through a straw helps reduce staining on teeth.
Bright.
That is correct. It is bright because, of course, if you're drinking through a straw, then you're having less contact with your teeth. And Trey is showing us that with his beautiful tumbler. Bright tumbler, not bite tumbler. Question number 4. This is where we're going full circle, Trey. Brushing with baking soda and coconut oil every day is a great way to whiten your teeth.
Coconut oil. I forgot about this. I think bright. Oh, come on. It's the everyday. Every day is what the trick is.
Yeah. So yes and no. I mean, I don't think that we should be brushing our teeth with baking soda. It's really abrasive. It's going to wear down the enamel on your teeth. I don't recommend as a dentist's daughter. All right, Trey, here we go. Here is your bonus question. I think you're already winning. Or maybe you're 50-50, actually. I think you're 50-50.
Yeah.
So this could put you over the edge either way. All right, Trey. What percentage of Americans brush their teeth at least twice a day?
Oh my God.
A, 50%. B, 69%. Or C, 80%.
I feel like 50% is too even. This is really, is it 69 or is it 80? Americans.
American.
I don't know that I really think this, but I'm going to say C, 80%. Oh man, it's B, isn't it? I thought it was B.
It is B. According to a national survey by Delta Dental, nearly 69% of Americans brush their teeth at least twice a day, as is recommended by dental professionals, which means that like 31% of you listening to this podcast are not brushing twice a day. Get on it. Okay? Brush. You could brush 3 times a day. You gotta 2 times a day, guys. Let's do this.
As Margie
Great,
once
Trey.
said in the film Grease, brush 'em, brush 'em, brush 'em.
That's right. Good job, Trey. I'm sorry you didn't win, but
Thank you so
you
much.
got close. What can I say?
I got pretty close.
You got close.
What an honor.
And listeners, did you beat Trey? Did you win? Let us know. Do you have the brighter smile?
Or did you bite?
Or did you bite your tongue?
Review that review.
All right.
All right.
Well, now that I'm a big loser, I really feel inspired to crown Alyssa. Are you ready?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. So Chelsey and I each have our own set of 0 to 5 crown cards. And in an effort to be fair and not influence one another, we will simultaneously reveal our rating.
The queens are tabulating. Total score.
Okay. I'm holding up 4 crowns. Trey is holding up 4.5 crowns. I'll go first. This was a really good review. Obviously, I was super impacted. I would not buy the product after reading Alyssa's review. There's a lot of good here. The only thing is, and maybe this is just because I'm a review queen, I just wanted a little bit more of the timeline, a little bit more of they did give us timeline, but a little bit more of like, did you feel anything at all? Even if you had written like, I felt nothing, and then, oh my God, my teeth. Something about that like was missing for me. And so that was why I went with 4 instead of a full review queen. I took off a crown, but I still thought this was a really solid review, very influential. And I bet not necessarily this extreme, but I bet people commonly have negative experiences with this product. So that was why I went with 4 crowns, but you went with 4.5. So why 4.5?
Well, because I was working backwards because I was like, to be a review queen, I always want some media. I want a photo. I want like a video. I want something. But especially when it comes to teeth whitening, there's one thing I'm scouring for, and it's before and after photos.
Yes, good point.
I actually really want to see that. Now, I get that this is about like a tooth breaking.
Show me the chip, baby.
Just take a picture. Like that, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
That's right.
You know? But everything is very solid in this review. I so agree that I felt like some more of the timeline, some more of the detail would have been important. I do find it queenly that they are trying to like multiple times say like, I can't prove this, but it would stop me from trying. I chose to not buy, and 51 other people found it helpful. And I imagine that will continue as the review lives. 4.5, pretty solid, does what it needs to. But a little bit of criticism still. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Totally fair.
Well,
now that we have covered your 1-star review, Trey, we have something else to uncover this week on Friday. Or if you are so inclined, you can join Patreon and you can watch it.
Yes. Okay. So yes, as Chelsey was stating, if you want to get part 2 to get the full spectrum of the story, go over to our Patreon, reviewthatreview.com/Patreon. You can get it immediately right now. If you wait, you got to wait till Friday. That's it.
That's it. We did it, Queen.
That's a half revolve.
That's right.
On the RUARQ Ferris wheel of get your fucking bag out of the seat.
That's right. Thank you for having the bright idea of joining us today. If you like what you heard, please tell a friend.
If you did not like what you heard, please take a bite and tell an enemy.
That's right.
As stated on this week's after show, we're covering the flip side, the 5-star. Chelsey gave some hints. Maybe there's some multimedia. We will also be taking a spin on the infamous Meryl-Go-Round. So make sure you join us over on Patreon.
Wow, I wonder why this was said.
Why is Sandra out of breath? She's breathless in this review. Wait. I wonder as well. Well, please remember.
Ignore the haters. You're a queen.
Gender non-specific, bright white teeth queen.
That's right. Love you, queens. Bye.
Sign up directly on Apple Podcasts to hear our weekly members-only after show. Unlock additional benefits when you become a Patreon member at reviewthatreview.com/Patreon. Follow us on all the socials at The Review Queens and join our mailing list at reviewthatreview.com. Our Kvetch line is open 24/7 at 1-850-REVIEW-0. Don't be a mashugana. Go on the Kvetch line today.
Oh my goodness. Were you surprised with the 69%? Did you think that it would be higher? Lower?
I thought 50 was too clean. My immediate impulse was that it would be 50%.
Yeah.
Or that it would be 69%.
And then you just went against.
Well, I thought, I don't know, Americans, like we have fluoride in our water. Like I feel like I should have just stuck with my gut.
Yeah.
I'm learning that a lot here. All right, great. We'll see
Always
you
stick
Friday.
with your gut. We'll see you Friday. Bye.
Thanks for watching, Queens. Click here to subscribe and click here for more videos.